Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hollywood J. Williams. It is August 22nd, 2017. Flying solo this week. We got Professor Bill Thompson is on assignment doing his moonlighting in his referee gig over at PAPW right down the street. They're having their tryouts as we are filming this today. So he's tied up with that. And Dangerous Dan is also on assignment for seriously preparing for another trek up the Chicopee Mast for PvP wrestling tonight at maximum capacity. So, anyway, we will talk about the latest in local wrestling news right now. Like I said, we'll start with Paradise Alley. Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling, which is right here in East Haven, Connecticut, right down the street. Having their tryouts this morning. Just pretty much looking for people basically with some kind of experience. Hold on a second. To shed some light on that subject, if we can hear this. Hello, Professor.
Yes, Hollywood J, how you doing? How's the show going today?
Show's going great. We just literally started the show. This is my cell phone, and this is Professor Bill Thompson. If the audio is a little off, we do apologize, but we were attempting this for the first time. But nonetheless, how are the tryouts going there, sir?
I'll tell you, the PAPW tryouts are going tremendous right now. I would say we have a packed crowd here, and we probably have anywhere 10 to 15 people here. We got people from New York, we got people from Connecticut, so the tryouts are going very well right now. Right now, we got everybody in the ring. We got Paul Roma is running drills with them, and some good talent. So something really good going on.
That's great. Who do you have from the New York area? Are you privy to say, or?
I'm not privy. I could say, but I'll be honest with you. There's been so much chaos with so many people coming in. I don't really know too many names, but I know a couple of people come from the New York area. At least two people. Let's see. I'll say we got another kid from the Bridgeport area. And then we have a few people. Actually, about 4 to 5 people from the Connecticut area that you would probably know. If you came into school and took a look around, you probably remember them from some other organizations. So we got a good group of people here now. Right now, they're doing deals, clotheslines, just going through different drills, and then I think a little bit later they'll be going through some conditioning training just to see where the condition level is at, and then also they'll be doing probably anywhere from 4 to maybe 3 or 4 mock matches in the ring to see what the knowledge is and how their swings go. So as you can hear in the background, you hear Paul Roma talking, you hear them hit the ring. Definitely a lot of activity right now.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I'm glad the turnout is great for the tryouts. And tomorrow is going to be the Fan Appreciation Day.
Yep, another big day for us. So it looks like we got a beautiful day tomorrow. We got that starting. I believe it's 2 o'clock till 5, Fan Appreciation Day. So we're going to have 4 to 5 matches, really good matches, from what I know of the card so far. You know what? It's interesting because we had a couple of people here right before 9 o'clock this morning. So we had a few people who are really trying to get into the tryouts early. I mean, I'm counting the parking lot now. We're almost packed, and I just saw 2 other cars pull in for people. You got a couple of, you got a few of the PAPW stars. And we just had Mr. Mario Mancini has just driven up. The boss man, Mario Mancini, has just entered the building. He's winking at me.
Wow, so things are going to get real quick.
Things are going to get real quick, Mr. Williams. So I'll tell Mr. Mancini he said hello. But yeah, great crowd down here. I look forward to tomorrow, and I urge you. I know you're not that far from from the school, so stop down right after the show. It'd be great to see you.
Oh, definitely going to be taking a ride. Definitely.
All right, well, I'm going to get back in there because they're going to drag the referee in the ring soon.
Yeah. So you better get in there because you don't want your cell phone damaged.
That's it, sir. We'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you. Yep. That was Mr. Bill Thompson, referee, Professor Bill Thompson. So glad things are working out over there. Also coming up in the month of October for Paradise Alley. This is very, very interesting. When Mario was on last week, he did talk about this a little bit. And what that is, it's going to be a joint venture with a company known as Evolve Wrestling. I think they're based out of New Jersey. Evolve Wrestling and Paradise Alley Wrestling. They're teaming up October 15th for Evolve Live. I'm going to quote right here from Facebook. All your Evolve stars will be in action, including Paradise Alley Wrestling bonus card at 6 p.m. So that is very, very big. Trying to learn a little bit about Evolve because I don't know too much about it. Other than that, it's a big deal if you make it to Evolve. You're probably about a shade or two away from NXT. So it's a feeder system for the WWE. So for them to be teaming up with a big company like that, it's going to be a big deal. So can't really advise you. Let's say get your tickets, but I got do it a little bit vaguely. Let's just say that we're gonna put it this way: it's gonna be a packed house there at the Joseph Malilla Middle School on October 15th. So let's see about. Don't really have an about page, but if you know anything about huge independent wrestling companies, you know about Evolve. Let's just leave it at that. Blitzkrieg's second anniversary event is coming up too. Another big taping for us coming up in Enfield, and that'll be next weekend on the 26th. Second anniversary. But I'm looking forward to, at that second anniversary for Blitzkrieg, seeing once again in action somebody that I've also seen there before. Also seen this individual at the big event autograph spectacular twice in our coverage of the big event. And it's also a person that is going to be involved heavily with the Mae Young Classic Women's Tournament, which is going to be starting up on the WWE Network fairly soon. I'm talking about somebody used to be 1/3 of an outfit known as the Dollhouse over in Impact TNA Wrestling, but now she is going to be part of this Mae Young tournament. I am talking about none other than Mia Yim, of course. Mia Yim is going to be taking on Skylar. Skylar, over the last year or two that she's been wrestling, has had a meteoric rise, let's just say. Started out as an announcer and has worked her way up into major title contention in any company that she has been working for. And this is going to be a test. This is going to be a true test of her abilities, taking on Mia Yim, of course. And other matches, let's see if we can go to Blitzkrieg here. Other matches, I know they have, they got a lot of talent coming in, big talent. Marty Jannetty, of course, Al Snow, Mia Yim, like we just mentioned. Bob Orton will be making an appearance as well. Hardcore Holly. So they're bringing in a lot of the a lot of the veterans, which Blitzkrieg has been known to do, and they're just they're doubling up this time around because it's their second anniversary, and they want to make it like the biggest possible card that they've ever had. But as far as local talent, Maxwell Jacob Feinstein is taking on Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs is an up and comer, one of the big men in the business. Let's just say, coming down the pike. That's going to be very interesting. Stipulations. This is for the championship match, the Bedlam Championship, decided by Commissioner Tim Jensen, of course. Now, Tim Jensen has been known to make some controversial decisions in Blitzkrieg. Has taken certain sides and positions that people haven't been too happy about. No disqualification, special referee. Things could get out of hand with this one. Smart Mark Sterling with, of course, his manager, Sidney M. Bacabella, will be taking on the current reigning, defending Blitzkrieg Bedlam champion. I'm talking about none other than Sasha Jenkins. Special guest referee is going to be Johnny Idol. That's New England's living legend, Johnny Idol. Current PvP champion, Johnny Idol. So we get to actually see him in a referee position. Don't know how that will go down, but I think he'll be fair. I don't think there's going to be any chicanery there. He'll call it right down the middle. I've known Johnny now for a couple years. So I see him as a respectable individual, of course. East Coast Bastard Crew takes on the Batiri. First time ever match at Time Bomb on August 26th. Batiri, of course, are big names in one of Bill Thompson's favorite companies, of course, Chikara Pro Wrestling. Also, let's see, we have, all of us are familiar with the former Bedlam champion, of course, that's Mr. Sexy Jesus himself, Hammer Tunis. August 26th, he's bringing in an old friend, a guy that's on fire lately, his partner in the Closers, Brad Hollister. The Closers make their Blitzkrieg Pro debut at Time Bomb on August 26th. It just keeps interesting, and more interesting and more interesting. Of course, we talked about Skylar and Mia Yim. True test for Skylar's abilities. If she can hang with Mia Yim, I think she can hang. And you know what? I think she's going to do it. I think they're going to pull it off and have a tremendous match coming up on the 26th. That's what I think is going to happen. But that being said, we've discussed that. We have about 29 minutes of footage. I'm probably going to wrap things up quick because I do want to head down the street to the PAPW tryouts. So, Pioneer Valley Pro Wrestling debuting at the Cove. So, Deviant Long already in the ring. This is from last week's great event. This is a great facility. They're up on a deck, believe it or not. Coming out right now, Delmy XO, one half of Team Sea Stars. Sea Stars used to be full-time in this in Pioneer Valley Wrestling as well as Blitzkrieg. They've since moved on with their lives, accomplishing great things. Delmy's tag team partner, of course, Ashley Vox, has gone on to become the Chaotic Women's Champion, and actually just last night successfully defended that belt again. Hopefully one day we'll get them as calling guests, maybe even down right here in studio, or maybe I'll go to wherever they are with my high def camera and we'll be able to show you Team Sea Stars. I can show you right now old footage of them, but I'd rather we went with more current. But you can see Delmy XL right here. You're going to see her abilities here taking on fairly new competitor in PvP, but no stranger to Southern New England wrestling, and that's Davy Ann Long. Actually, just going by, let me rephrase that, just goes by the ring name Davy Ann. Big super kicks there from Delmy XL. Attempt for a cover here. Glad to see Delmy XL back though with Pioneer Valley Wrestling. Hopefully we can see more of her and Ashley. But don't want to say for sure. Only the girls can answer that one. And the powers that be at PvP. First you don't succeed, try again. Nope, no cover there. Davey Ann pulling off a win there. They had to reinforce the ring for this one. If everybody can recall the max cap footage we had on here, Kingpin Brian Malonis selected his tag team partner to take on the Closers, and that was for this event here. And he couldn't get any bigger or better than Wrecking Ball Legursky. Taking on the Closers. Brad Hollister and Hammer Tunis, Sexy Jesus. When you look at a match like this, you just wonder how in the world could the Closers possibly pull off retaining the tag belts. I mean, with Wrecking Ball Malonis, you're talking about a team comparable in size to, let's say, the Natural Disasters from the WWE back in the day, back in the early 1990s. So, you think about how hard it was to get the belts off of them. But they don't have the belts, Malonis and Wrecking Ball, but this is going to be a hard-fought battle if the Closers want to retain. This is the Cove and coming from the Cove in Southwick, Mass. Quaint little town on the border with Connecticut. Not the usual ride to Massachusetts, having to get off exit 40, the same exit as Bradley International Airport. Got to go past the runway. That was pretty awesome. Got to see a Southwest jet take off. No border signs there. You go right into Southwick, Mass, and you don't even really know you're in Massachusetts. And this great banquet facility just rises up in the middle of nowhere called Cove. Pretty decent crowd, too. Pretty decent night. It turned out to be. There was a little bit of a threat of rain, but they were able to overcome that. They still have the card outdoors. Matter of fact, next month they're going to be back up at the Cove again. But between the Cove and maximum capacity, in my opinion, they're better facilities than the places they've actually been running in Hadley and South Hadley. Just a little bit better, just my opinion. Not that there's anything wrong with Hadley or South Hadley. Nice suplex. And there's the end. It was a difficult win. They pulled it off, the Closers. Having to do what they had to do. But they pulled it off. Like Bobby Heenan used to say, it's not cheating unless you get caught. They pulled it off, the closers. But now you got Brian Malonis, Wrecking Ball, just looking at each other, trying to, what went wrong here? How come we're not the tag team champions right now? But there's always the next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for...
Or maybe not. Brian Malone was very, very dissatisfied and pretty much putting the blame on Wrecking Ball. I mean, we've already seen these guys fight it out before. Well, it looks like we might be seeing another match in the near future between Wrecking Ball and Brian Malonis. We almost saw a fight here in Southwick. The locker room's emptying out, and they're having a difficult time just containing these two. And here we are, Johnny Idol taking on Perry Von Vicious once again. We saw footage of their last encounter a couple weeks back on this same broadcast from Maximum Capacity. And there they are again. Had to get a different camera angle this time around. If everybody noticed, there were these big spotlights where I was filming before. It would have looked like the solar eclipse if I stayed where I was, so I had to move. I think I actually moved to a better spot. This is a championship contest. This is, I believe, the third time that they've wrestled each other. And Johnny Idol's doing a great job retaining the PvP championship. Let's see how long he can keep the PvP championship. He has stated before that if he was to lose this PvP championship, he would be hanging up the boots permanently. So, apologize for the camera angle here. Here we have some interference by PvP's newest tag team, the Classic Connection, Buddy Loyal and Levi Shapiro. They're coming out to aid and abet Perry Von Vicious. There's a roll up from Idol to retain the belt. But this Classic Connection, along with Perry Von Vicious, they're not hearing that. And what are they going to do? They're going to decimate the PvP champion right here, right at the Cove. Never heard of the Classic Connection before. But at this point, Johnny Idol's heard of the Classic Connection. And it's not the first time he's had a super group come after him. Okay, now this is the main event. The main event known as the King of the Cove match. But we had a surprise guest for the King of the Cove match. That surprise entrant, none other than the PvP Women's Champion herself, Skylar. I want you to take a look at the spot right here. This is Jeremy Leary, the Dirt Dog, one of the other competitors, on top of the gazebo.
No way.
Look at what he's willing to do.
My God, don't do it. You suck. Don't do it.
You got to understand how high up he is. He's not Mick Foley high up, but he's high up.
Oh my God, no, don't do it.
Jumping off the roof of that gazebo onto, that's a high risk maneuver. That's basically Vince McMahon going, what a maneuver. I'm trying to try not to get stomach sick at home, folks. Trying to follow the action. Here we go. We're back in the ring now. The competitors for that match, like I said, Skylar, surprise entrant, Jeremy Leary, Dan DeMann, Nico Silva, and Xavier Bell. It's just very, very impressive. Action's pretty fast paced. There's action all over, basically. It's in and out of the ring. All over that deck. Sort of hard to follow at times, so you gotta try to bear with us here. back in the ring again. That was a nice try. Guy with the big poofy hair, that is Xavier Bell. Skyler jumping out of the way there. Skyler doing everything she can to go after Miko Silver here. Yep. What we got going on here? Right outside. The all-popular 10 count. If nobody gets back in the ring, then Silva's got it made. Never happens. The action's been this exciting in this match so far. It's not going to end like that. Skyler. Look at that. Just came out of nowhere. a little bit on Larry's face. Now we're about to really close. Skyler. Alright, now how's this gonna end? Yeah, Jeremy, Larry, and Skyler right there. Larry just like a shock look on his face. Weighing his options here. Just grabbing the crown right from him. He's gonna rip it up. Why would you do that? That's sportsmanship right there. We're going to be wrapping this up momentarily here as I have a prior engagement. I usually don't cut out early, being short-staffed here, and wanted to get down to the PAPW tryouts. I've got my camera with me. I'm going to be taking some footage, and we'll either use it on this a future episode, or it'll be up on Facebook at our group page. You can go to groups, look for the squared circle. There'll be my mug there, along with Dan's, along with the professors, and all the latest news and info on independent wrestling. Or maybe, in addition to that, just maybe, it'll be up on YouTube. You can find us at The Squared Circle TV. All the latest episodes. We got wrestling footage up there. Going to be adding a lot of content to that YouTube channel. Haven't had the chance to get it done yet, but now that we're here at ETV, we've moved from North Haven. We're going to be adding a lot, definitely. Getting back to Pioneer Valley Wrestling, I will run down, and it'll take a couple minutes to do this. I'll run down the card coming up. Well, it's actually a card taking place. Actually, we're going to film tonight. So you'll be able to see the content up on the show next week. I think, you know what, we might just do a whole entire special from there. You might see an opening and closing right from Chicopee. So we might have a special surprise for everybody come next week. What are some of the matches taking place there tonight? PvP Tag Team Championship. The closers will be taking on the East Coast Bastard Crew. That's, of course, Logan Black and Jeremy Leary. Triple Threat PvP Women's Championship. Because Davey Ann had such a great showing at the Cove, defeating the returning Delmy XO. Davey Ann will be taking on Katrid once again, but this time also Skyler. So it's going to be a triple threat match. let's see if Skylar can retain her PvP Women's Championship in that triple threat match. 6-man tag match. Also, as a result of that beatdown you saw before at the hands of the Classic Connection and Perry Von Vicious, the Classic Connection and Perry Von Vicious will be taking on PvP champion Johnny Idol, along with the Aristocrats Zachary Pierre Boileau and Tomahawk. Say Uncle match, Isaiah Rex versus Narcisco Rex. The ongoing, seemingly never-ending battle of the former Jurassic era. Tag team contest tonight. Tonight also, Cool People versus Old School Cool Corey Michael and the Jive Turkey, Heck Dynamite. I gotta check this guy out. The return in an open challenge match. Sassy Wild Horse himself, TK Orion. We don't know who he's taking on. He's taking on somebody. This is we've seen him come out once before in Hadley. Still had the crutches, but I understand he's fully cleared to wrestle now. What happened was he wrestles for Ring of Honor as well, and he was involved in a tag team contest out in Las Vegas at one of their pay-per-views, and it was pretty nasty. It's actually amazing that he recuperated so quick, because everybody was expecting him to be out a lot longer than he's actually been. So it'll be good to see him as well. Also tonight, Danny Miles, Wrecking Ball Legursky, Dan DeMann, Scotty Wild. So might just do a whole special from there, and you'll be able to see that next week. I'm going to wrap this up right now. Again, Squared Circle TV on YouTube, Facebook. Look us up at the group page, The Squared Circle. We got a lot going on. Showing PvP footage. We've got Blitzkrieg coming up. We've got PAPW events coming up. We got Diesel Mania 2. Got another big taping tomorrow down here at the wrestling school. Fan Appreciation Day. So we having content to that as well. Always looking to expand. Going to be I'll see what we can do about expanding and getting out there. There's plenty of other wrestling companies out there. Like we mentioned, Chaotic Wrestling with Ashley Vox as their women's champion. Massachusetts is a hotbed. It's not just Pioneer Valley. It's not just this Chaotic. There's also Sheldon Goldberg running out of Boston. New England Championship Wrestling. It's big over there as well. There's the facility we found in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Once the Sea Stars held a charity event back in June. So that's RWA. I'm going to look more into this Evolve. I do apologize for not being knowledgeable enough on them, but we're gonna have to look into them a lot more and find out, because they are a feeder system for the WWE. I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be good for the roster of PAPW. It might get them some connections. I mean, you never know. So it's gonna be a big deal. That's for sure. Of course, Diesel Mania coming up for PAPW. A lot going on, folks. But I'm gonna get over to that school. I'm gonna roll that beautiful HD camera. I'm gonna hit the red button and gonna get some content of these PAPW tryouts. For now, I'm Hollywood J. Williams. I'll be seeing you next week.